Darkness envelops the screen. The haunting melodies of a Gothic orchestra rise as the bat signal pierces the night sky over Gotham City. Suddenly, a deep voiceover cuts through the ambience. From the shadows he emerges, a symbol, a myth, a legend. Beyond the mask lies a legacy that has spanned over 8 decades, captivating minds and redefining heroism. This is the untold saga of the Dark Knight. Introduction. Welcome, esteemed aficionados of the Caped Crusader. Today, we delve deep into the intricate tapestry of Batman's history, a journey rich with innovation, controversy, and profound cultural impact. Prepare yourselves for an exploration that goes beyond the cowl into the very fabric of what makes Batman an enduring icon, the creation of Batman. In 1939, the world stood on the brink of monumental change. Amidst this backdrop, artist Bob Kane, inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's ornithopter sketches and the 1920 film The Mark of Zorro, conceived a new kind of hero. But it was writer Bill Finger who refined this concept, adding the detective prowess, the tragic origin, and the iconic costume elements we recognize today. Batman made his first appearance in Detective Comics number 27 in May 1939. The issue sold for 10 cents, a price tag that belies its future value of over $1 million at auctions today. Kane's initial sketches depicted a blonde-haired hero in a red suit with stiff wings. Finger suggested a darker color palette, a cowl instead of a simple mask, and the addition of gloves, transforming Birdman into the Batman. This evolution was not mere aesthetic, it symbolized the character's emergence from light to shadow, embodying the complexities of vigilante justice. The evolution of Batman through the decades. During the Golden Age, Batman's narratives were gritty noir tales. Key storylines, like the case of the Chemical Syndicate, established him as the world's greatest detective. In 1940, Batman #1 introduced both the Joker and Catwoman, characters who would become central to his mythos. Robin the Boy Wonder debuted in 1940, a strategic move to attract younger readers and provide a contrast to Batman's solemn demeanor. Their partnership boosted sales by 40%, a testament to the dynamic's appeal. The Silver Age brought a shift towards science fiction and lighter themes, influenced by the imposition of the Comics Code Authority in 1954. This era saw the introduction of Batwoman Kathy Kane and Batgirl Betty Kane, expanding the Bat family and attempting to counter criticisms of homoerotic undertones in Batman and Robin's relationship, a topic detailed in Dr. Frederick Wortham's 1954 book, Seduction of the Innocent. Under writers like Dennis O'Neil and artists like Neil Adams, Batman returned to his dark roots. Storylines delved into psychological depths and societal issues. The introduction of Ra's al Ghul in 1971 added a complex antagonist whose environmental and immortality pursuits raised ethical dilemmas. The infamous A Death in the Family arc, 1988, allowed readers to vote via telephone on Robin's fate, showcasing early interactive storytelling. Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, 1986, redefined Batman as a hardened vigilante confronting his own obsolescence in a dystopian Gotham. The graphic novel sold over 1 million copies, influencing future portrayals. Alan Moore's The Killing Joke, 1988, explored the Joker's psychology, winning the Eisner Award for Best Graphic Album. The modern age continued to push boundaries with storylines like Batman Hush and Scott Snyder's Court of Owls, integrating intricate plot lines and redefining his rogues gallery. Batman in other media. Adam West's portrayal in the 1966 TV series brought a campy, vibrant Batman to life. The series, despite its departure from darker themes, increased Batman's popularity, leading to the 1966 feature film, the first full-length theatrical adaptation. Batman the Animated Series, 1992-1995, returned to noir aesthetics with Art Deco designs and mature storytelling. It introduced the character Harley Quinn, who transitioned from animation to comics, a reverse of the usual trend. The series won multiple Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Animated Program. Tim Burton's Batman 1989 and Batman Returns 1992 presented a gothic aesthetic, with Michael Keaton embodying a brooding Bruce Wayne. The first film grossed over $411 million globally, solidifying Batman's viability as a cinematic icon. Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, 2005 to 2012, grounded Batman in realism. The Dark Knight 2008, with Heath Ledger's Oscar-winning performance as the Joker, grossed over $1 billion worldwide. The trilogy examined themes of chaos versus order and the moral complexities of vigilante justice. Zack Snyder's portrayal in the DC Extended Universe introduced an older, battle-weary Batman, while Matt Reeves' The Batman 2022 returned to detective roots, exploring Batman's second year of crime fighting with a revenue of over $770 million despite pandemic-era challenges. Rocksteady's Batman Arkham series 2009 to 2015 revolutionized superhero gaming with its free-flow combat system and deep narrative, selling over 30 million copies. Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill reprised their roles as Batman and the Joker, bridging media forms. Lego Batman games and films infused humor and accessibility, expanding the audience and demonstrating the character's versatility. Batman's allies and enemies. Over the years, the mantle of Robin has been held by several characters. Dick Grayson became Nightwing. Jason Todd's death and resurrection as Red Hood explored themes of revenge. Tim Drake's detective skills paralleled Batman's own. Damian Wayne, Bruce's son, added complexity with his League of Assassins training. Batgirl, notably Barbara Gordon, overcame paralysis to become Oracle, highlighting narratives of resilience. Alfred Pennyworth, more than a butler, provided crucial support and paternal guidance. Lucius Fox's technological contributions facilitated Batman's war on crime. The Joker represents chaos to Batman's order, a relationship dissected in The Killing Joke and Endgame. Two-Face embodies duality in The Fall from Grace. The Riddler challenges Batman's intellect. Catwoman blurs lines between ally and adversary, adding romantic tension. Bane's introduction in Nightfall, 1993, showcased a villain who could match Batman physically and mentally, famously breaking Batman's back, a storyline symbolizing the breaking of the hero's spirit. Characters like Scarecrow delve into fear psychology, while Poison Ivy brings environmentalism and bioterrorism into the narrative. Interesting facts about Batman. Unlike his Justice League counterparts, Batman's only superpower is his indomitable will and intellect. This relatability underscores the idea that determination and discipline can rival superhuman abilities. The Batcave first appeared in the 1943 film Serials, retroactively added to the comics due to its iconic status. The Batmobile has evolved from a simple red sedan to advanced vehicles like the Tumbler in Nolan's films, reflecting technological advancements and thematic shifts. Stephanie Brown, the only female Robin in mainstream continuity, highlights the challenges female characters face in comics. The various Robins represent different facets of Batman's psyche and approaches to justice. Batman Beyond, 1999, projected a cyberpunk future with Terry McGinnis as Batman, mentored by an elderly Bruce Wayne. Flashpoint Batman introduced Thomas Wayne as a more ruthless Dark Knight. Batman and Dracula Red Rain fused genres, portraying Batman as a vampire, a metaphor for his eternal battle against darkness. Notable is Batman Unchained, a sequel to Batman and Robin, 1997, which was shelved due to poor reception. Darren Aronofsky's proposed Batman Year One adaptation would have depicted a radically different origin. The unmade crossover Batman vs. Superman was teased in I Am Legend, 2007, before materializing differently years later. Batman's cultural impact. Batman has influenced storytelling, introducing complex characters and mature themes. His success paved the way for darker narratives in mainstream comics, challenging the notion that superhero tales were solely for children. The bat symbolizes fear turned against the fearful. Batman embodies the psychological concept of the shadow from Carl Jung's theories, facing one's own darkness to bring about change. Established in 2014 to commemorate the 75th anniversary, Batman Day is celebrated globally. Events include comic giveaways, special releases, and fans donning the cape and cowl, demonstrating the character's universal resonance. Controversies and criticisms. Critics have questioned the levels of violence in Batman stories, particularly in arcs like Death of the Family. The ethical implications of a vigilante taking the law into his own hands continue to spark debate. Psychologists have analyzed Batman's psyche, diagnosing possible PTSD and survivor's guilt stemming from his parents' murder. Studies explore whether his nocturnal crusade is a coping mechanism or a manifestation of obsession. The Killing Joke faces scrutiny, for its depiction of violence against Barbara Gordon, raising concerns about the use of female trauma as a plot device, an issue known as women in refrigerators in comic discourse. A Death in the Family's reader-driven demise of Jason Todd also sparked controversy over ethical storytelling practices. Conclusion: from a lone vigilante sketched on paper to a global phenomenon, Batman's journey is a testament to the power of storytelling. His legacy is not just etched in ink, but ingrained in our cultural consciousness. For those who see beyond the mask, Batman represents the eternal struggle for justice, the complexity of the human spirit, and the hope that one person can make a difference. In the ever-evolving narrative of The Dark Knight, we find reflections of our own battles and aspirations. So, to all the Guardians of the Night watching, what does Batman mean to you? Share your profound thoughts and favorite moments below. Until next time, stay vigilant. The screen fades as the Batmobile roars into the darkness.